I feel like, child, feel like I ain't gonna be able to get, you know. Uh, so, first and foremost, good morning. What's up with everybody? I feel like this is kind of the worst. Not, I don't want to even say worst because I'm not in a bad mood right now, but I feel like this isn't really the energy that's ideal for YouTube that I'm in right now. Only because I'm in a very relaxed mood, but then at the same time, I feel like content is some content is for some people, some content is not for some people. So to whoever is has the ability to bear the energy that I'm in and can sit through a video listening in with this kind of vibe, then great. So be it. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just talk about a quick topic because it kind of like started my morning. Um, a bit of a shallow topic. I don't even want to be speaking about it right now. Honestly, don't even want to be on YouTube. Like, but something's been driving me to just talk about shit. Like, and I really don't know what. I really don't know why I feel like this, but yeah, something's just been driving me to talk about certain things that could come into my head. But every time I feel like doing it, it's just something in me is like, girl, no. Like, we are not supposed to be on YouTube venting. Not saying that is anything wrong with that because I watch a lot of, YouTube channels or whatever, and with people speaking about their opinions on stuff, and you know, all kinds of things, and it's entertaining to me. I just don't picture myself as being somebody that would be on YouTube doing content. It's the only way I can really explain that one. But yeah. So I've been just jumping right into it. I've been in the shelter since last March. I've been in this. It's not even a full blown shelter. It's more so a warming shelter. Um, and so it's kind of like a place that you just go to, to stay out of the cold or just being indoors or whatever have you. Um, Prior to that, I was staying out of my car. Like, um, yeah, too much. That's honestly that's a whole story for a whole nother time to be going into. Today, I just wanted to jump into the shallow topic of looks and beauty and all that jazz because this morning when I was leaving the shelter, I'm one of them type of people that when my mood changes, you feel it. When my energy changes, you feel it. And I'm saying, and a lot of people is like that, but no bullshit. Like I really go into a dark place. That's just, yeah. It's you sense the difference in me because I'm naturally a person that walks around with like a light energy. And this morning, I wasn't in so much of, well, to some people might view it as a dark energy, but I'm just chilling. Like it's given very much like I'm just I don't want to say numb to everything, but I'm just not trying to overthink nothing. I'm not trying to over stress about anything. I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not in a overly energetic mood. Like, I'm chilling. So when I was leaving the shelter today, one of the women that she's staying in the shelter, she was just she came in, she was coming in with another guy, whatever, and she was just like, she was telling the guy, she was telling me, she was like, "You're so pretty" or whatever, and she was just telling the guy, she was like, "Ain't she pretty?" and stuff like that, not in a funny way or nothing. She was just saying it, but as she was continued speaking, I understood why she was bringing it up, and pretty much, she just started saying, but you don't feel pretty, like she started getting into that topic with me. So I guess it's something where she's been, I don't want to say like watching me, but she probably noticed me when I'm in there, and I guess she probably, because I say to myself, like, I say to myself, I don't really interact with people too much, and if I do, it's very brief, or it's very acquaintance like, hi, bye, general conversations, nothing too in depth of me and my life and my personal business, only because it's my personal business and no bullshit. Like, saying, but I don't want to be on here talking about anything. I don't want to be a person talking about anything. No disrespect, but to a whole bunch of strangers. Like, and I understand building connections and all that stuff. And right now, in this point in my life, I feel like something is driving me to be in the moment, despite anything I have going on. Just be in the moment and just take things day by day, but be in the moment. If someone is, if you encounter someone when they're trying to interact with them. It's possibly a time of building new friendships and this and the third. I understand all of that. I'm just not in that mood. Like, and I understand it's a growing thing. It's to help me grow. And this is going way off topic, but I just need to get this out. It's to help me grow and just develop my own character, personality, or whatever have you. Because I have a big personality, but I say my personality for the people that I'm close with. But I feel like it's something that's gearing me to just share myself with everybody, and that I'm taking very harshly because I don't want everybody in my personal life. Like, I don't, like, and it's not because I have secrets to hide. Anybody know me knows that I'm an open book. I just choose to share my book with whoever I choose to share my book, and it's not because I feel like you're better than I'm sharing with you because you're better than the person that I'm not sharing with. It's just I just don't want to share with you. Like, I share with people parts of me that I feel is beneficial to them. I'm not gonna offer advice. I'm not gonna offer a piece of myself to somebody that I feel they're not taking nothing from it. They're just getting information about me just to be in my motherfucking business. But if it's like it's something that we mutually have in common or something that, you know, you're experiencing that I've been through, I don't mind sharing a personal part of my own story. So me being a place now of I don't want to be open to everybody. That's just the way I feel. That's not gonna change. So, anyways, back to one topic. She was saying that she was saying that I pretty much don't feel pretty. And I took it in. Like, I wasn't trying to be negative about the comment, but it was a part of me that just wanted to dismiss the whole conversation only because it's something that I find to be prominent in my life. And I feel like it's not even something that I'm making prominent in my life. I like to look good and I like to look good. I feel good when I feel good. It's a revolving door. Like, no, I don't feel 100% in my bag 24/7 every day of the week. Nor do I feel like I should. I feel like it's a bit of humility. What's up, about? I feel like it's a bit of humility that comes with being able to be in my bag and then at times tone it down. And not intentionally, it's just I naturally, child, I'm not feeling my best today. And I think that's perfectly normal. I feel like if I was in my, I don't know, it's nothing wrong with being in your bag 24/7 if you keep that in your space. And when I say that, as long as you, yeah, be in your bag. If that's you 24/7, I promote it. I ain't against it. I ain't got no problems with it. You know, as long as as long as your bag doesn't consist of anybody else's downfall or anybody else's own decline in their own personal mood, then yeah, man, shoot for the stars. Like I really don't care. Pardon me. But yeah, so I'm just like, I when she made the comment, I kind of like dismissed it, but at the same time, I was just in a place of being accepting to just receiving what was being told to me because I feel like I'm at a point where I should be listening more, even though I've always been a listener, but I really need to take in what people are saying and not so much for advice for myself, but more so from a space of how people are viewing me. Because I've always been the type to acknowledge how people are viewing me, but I don't necessarily care too much. But I am the type of person that operates in a way of if I feel like we don't mesh well, I'm not going to do things to shake the table. Like, I'm not going to, unless you're the type of person that's going to shake the table. Now, if you want to do things to disrupt my mood, I'm not going to have a problem disrupting your mood. But if I could avoid just being in the midst of any kind of bad energy, I would. So I'm saying that to say it just put me in a mind frame of taking into consideration how people are viewing me in a sense of how they're perceiving me, which I'm acknowledging it's false in a way that I'm being perceived, but it's also accurate at the same time, just from their own perception and what they believe to be going on with me. I'm not, I'm insecure in some spaces, but I'm not an insecure person. Like I said, when I feel good, I feel good. When I don't, I don't. It's a revolving door. Hello. Good morning. It's a revolving door. But I don't know. I just feel like the whole idea of and the only reason why it's prominent to me this morning, this whole topic, is because it's something, like I said before, has been an ongoing topic in my life on like my news feeds, and it's weird because we have these algorithms and all kinds of stuff, and I might look up I might catch interest in a lot of stuff, so I watch it in the sense of fashion or makeup, hair, nails, all this stuff. However, it's not something that I'm consumed of. And I'm starting to get the impression that people feel that's something that consumes me. Pardon my language, but that's really got me fucked up. Like, it's just a part of things that I'm interested in. It's not necessarily something that consumes me. So, so yeah, I needed to take a brief intermission because I needed to go and grab my laundry so I could come to the laundromat and get this stuff done. So I had some clean drawers. But anyway, yeah, as far as where I left off, like it it's not something that necessarily consumes me. It's just something, hair, makeup, fashion, all that stuff will make me or break me. First of all, I'm a very much so sweatshirt and sweatpants and basic tee type of person. Like I'm bald headed underneath this wig, and I feel pretty bald headed. But sometimes people get bored with certain things, and you just want to do different stuff. So I feel like the people that I'm surrounding myself with just have this idea and this certain stereotype of me. Maybe because they feel like, I don't know, maybe their observation is they might feel like I'm in my best light when I do incorporate all these things, or I don't know. I don't know. Cause I don't even, I try not to even think too much about what is somebody thinking, but it comes natural to me to do so. But I never know unless I ask. And people aren't always upfront with what their real thoughts are. So I got to a point in life where I just stopped asking, and I just let my thoughts run, and I just try to stick with the positive thoughts, and I just go with that flow. But yeah. So she was saying that and stuff like that, and she's a pretty woman herself, like you know. But it's a shelter. Everybody has their own vices in the people go through things, and I see her with her emotional roller coasters, and you know she may always feel confident about herself. I That's how I observe her. No matter what the scenario is for her, she do come off as confident about herself. But then you also don't know people, because on my worst days I come off confident. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of times where I felt like shit, and somebody told me I come off as a very confident person. But in that moment, they don't know I feel like shit. I feel like shit. Like, that's just what it is at that point in time. So you never really know what's going on with somebody. And yeah, that's why I really wanted to touch base this one. I feel like it's more that I want to say, but at the moment I just don't have anything that comes to mind. Um, yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm just in a chill vibe today. Like, part of, I wouldn't say bitchy. I am in a very don't fuck this vibe of it for me type of mood, but I'm not in a bitchy mood. Like, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, I just wanted to touch bases on that note because I feel like there's a lot of people that, I don't know, people some just, unless you talk to somebody and really get to the bottom of the person we never really know what's going on in somebody's head or how they feeling, because like I said, she her impression of me was I may not have felt that I may not have felt pretty, or I may not have felt beautiful. And she also took into consideration, which I like that part aspect of what she was telling me. She was like, it seems like, because of the environment, being in the shelter and everything, is what she said, is that something that's playing a part of how I feel. But in my head, I'm like, first and foremost, like I don't feel like that. Like I don't feel like I'm not beautiful. I don't feel like I'm not pretty. I'm honestly don't even put that much of an emphasis on how I look unless I have something im- important to do, or like I have somewhere that I care to go to. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I want to present myself in a certain type of light. Outside of that, on a regular basis, I really don't care. I feel like everybody has their own knack. Some girls is their skin, some is their makeup, some people is their aura. I feel like my only knack is my hair. If my hair is not done, I really don't want to do anything. And I'm at a point now where I don't even care. Like, so it is what it is. But I yeah, I just feel like I said, I that is something for some people. That is definitely a thing, and that's definitely why my mood is the way it is while being in the shelter. She, I guess, I don't know. I guess if I really think about it, she's possibly just coming from the perspective of, you know, trying to motivate me and like feel good about yourself and stuff like that. Despite being in the shelter, I'm saying still try to stay in the uplifted mood. And but for me, if that's her angle, which I appreciate, and I'm saying, and it's good for me feeling pretty isn't what's going to uplift me in this scenario of being in a shelter, because that's for me is more. I'm the type of person, mentally, I feel like mentally I have my priorities straight. I don't really care how I look. I don't want to be here. Like, and that's not even a direct comment towards her. That's just me thinking in general. Like, I don't care how I look. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this position. I don't feel like I need to be here. And I feel like if I was to be there, for me, it's I would want to be there to uplift other people. I don't want to be there in a position where I feel like people feel the need to uplift me, because I don't know. I'm the type of person, I uplift myself. Like any scenario that I've been in that's been negative, I get myself out of those scenarios. And I'm not the type of person that run from my issues or my feelings. I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling. For me, it's necessary to feel whatever it is I'm going through so I can just get over that shit and move forward. I've always been like that because I've never I'm not necessarily the type of person that's always had their way. You know what I'm saying? Especially in like my childhood days, like I didn't always have my way. You get accustomed to things not going your way, and it didn't put a battery in my back of no lie. It did kind of put in a battery in my back of I'm going to make things go my way as I got older, but not to the point where I'm just like a control freak 24/7. I do not mind just letting things take course when I feel like it's out of my hands. But if I feel like I can take control of something, I'm going to take control of it. At the moment, being in the shelter, I'm out of control of this scenario right now. I it's not. I'm employed. I do what I need to do, but I just don't want to be in this scenario. It's not at this point in my life. The point of At any other, I've been in the shelter before, and I didn't feel how I feel now back then when I was in the shelter. When I was in the shelter back then, I was really ambitious. I'm saying where I was at in my life was in a very ambitious place and just being motivated, moving forward, making things happen. I had the energy to do so. Where I'm at in my life at the moment, I feel a huge lack of energy. So for me to already feel that huge lack of energy, just bodily in general, and to be in a situation that is unfavorable for me that I really don't want to be in, it's draining. So and getting dolled up and being pretty, it's not going to change that for me. I'm going to be pretty and dolled up and be in a stink ass mood, and that's going to make it even worse because then I'm going to look like the pretty girl with the bad attitude. Like that just some situations just a lose situations. Like you can't win. Like it's just so like I like the fact that she gave me something to talk about this morning because and beyond just being like I said, it's kind of a shallow topic, but it was something that it's a shallow topic that I could talk about in a deeper sense and not just, oh yeah, people think I'm pretty and I don't feel pretty and it's all about being pretty. It's not that. It's child, if anything is more to child, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to be here right now. Like I don't care. Like I didn't shave my head skin bald while being in here. Being pretty is the last thing on my mind. I just don't. I feel in my own personal life. I feel like I got to a point in life, and this is a story for a whole nother time. As as far as me going into the shelter and just the situation that I've been in, but I had before coming into that situation, I felt like I've reached the point in my life where I've reached my peak and I was ready to go on to the next phase. And the moment I got ready to be in that next phase, it was like it was snatched from me. And it was like start all the way back from the ground up all over again. So my mood right now is more so, bitch, you can't be serious. Like, I don't want to be here. I barely, like, I'm grabbing the energy to do everything that I've done all over again just to, push forward. And now it's in an even deeper situation. I don't want to be in. I don't want to be in it. Like, being pretty cannot take me out of that funk. The only thing that can take me out of that funk is being stable, being in my own apartment, place, space, whatever have you, with me, my thoughts, and okay, so I was talking and the mic wasn't even on. Great. But like I said, yeah, being in that space would my own space would put me in more of a better mood in a sense of just an extended amount of time of being in a more uplifted mood versus going in and out, like I'm having mood swings or being bipolar. And only it's just because I'm just not in the ideal position right now for myself. But if I was in a position that I would like to be in, then I would be in an uplifted mood for a more extended period of time. So right now it's just like it's just about being positive. I'm just trying to stay positive in my own light. Like part of me wanna I don't know. Part of me feel like I need to explain myself. Part of me feel like I don't want to explain myself, and then part of me feel like it's something trying to get me to explain myself. It's weird. It's really really weird, and I think the part that's trying to get me to explain myself is more irritating than me just yeah. It's more irritating because I don't know where it's coming from, and I feel like it's something that's trying to be pulled out of me by something external from me. It gets complicated, and I don't want to bring this conversation into a whole different direction at the moment. I feel like that's a whole nother topic that we can touch bases on at another period of time. But as of right now, yeah, I feel like yeah, I just feel like it's just a lot. It's a lot. Right now, I'm a firm believer some things are better left unsaid, but at this point in time, I do not feel like that. I feel like certain things is best said, but under certain circumstances. I remember but a couple of years back, I want to say it was during the pandemic. No, 2021, when my great grandmother passed away. Before she passed away, we was having a conversation about people talking. Her biggest thing, she was like, "Yeah, these kids nowadays, they're always on their phones. This and that. Nobody talks anymore. Blah blah blah." And she was just talking. I was listening to her, and of course, obviously, I agree because I'm one of them people that just be on their phone, toggling away. But you know, sometimes certain things needs to be said, and then sometimes it just needs to be put at a halt. I feel like I've halted long enough, and now I feel like a couple of things need to be said. Not too much, just a couple. But yeah, I was saying so much more in the other video, but I forgot what I was talking about after the microphone cut off. So I'm gonna just cut this short, and maybe it come back to me at a later time, and I'll touch base on it once more. The rest I needed to say, but as of right now, that's it. That's what I really wanted to say. So thank you for listening. If you was able to make it through the entire video, um, and if you took something from it, that's great, even better. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. And I don't know y'all, but I love y'all. Thank you for listening. Take care.